Yo, that was weird. What's going on, everybody? It is Thursday night, 9 p.m., and it is your favorite show in the whole world, the Mike and Mish Show. What's going on, Mike?
Yo, what is up? Man, I'll tell you what, a lot of people talking about the goddamn submarine today.
Yeah, dude.
What do you know about a submarine?
Yeah, did you hear about Howard talking about it? Did you hear Howard?
Yeah, everybody's talking about it.
Yeah, he was cracking me up. He was talking about how he would have murdered everybody in that place and just shit inside the submarine instead of shitting in the bucket. He would have just killed everybody and shit on
Fuck
them.
that. You know what? They end up finding out. Like everybody's sitting here speculating about how much air is left in there.
Oh, did they find him?
Like, oh.
I don't even know.
The fucking thing imploded like days ago or something.
Oh, did it?
Yeah,
wow.
they've been dead. Sorry to be so callous about it, guys, but they've been dead.
And they were running that shit off like a PlayStation controller.
Let me tell you what. I don't know how people can be so rich and also very stupid. Because I saw that thing, and I'm telling you what, you could have put me in this house under the water, and I would have said, no, thank you. That's what I'm saying. I'm not doing it. So if you want to go in a little tube this big, you know what they say.
Man, if the video did you send me the video of, somebody sent me a video of like a tour of that thing like weeks before.
It's horrendous.
And it was, I was like,
no chairs. It's like a little freaking
It was like a tube with like one button to fucking turn it on and one to turn it off. And, like
a Logitech controller.
Yeah, like a PlayStation looking controller to run that fucking thing. No way. Anyways, hey, we got 4 guests coming on tonight. This is a big one. We got the Shift Show. We got Shift MMA in the house tonight, starting off with Crystal Pittman. Then we're going to have Superman Brandon Allen back on, followed by Captain Deadpool Jared Warren. And then we're going to round it out with the reigning middleweight champion, Dave Redneck Mundell. Before we do that, we just got to shout our sponsors out. Here we go.
Norcom Mortgage and Michael Mish are delivering the American dream to those who serve America, helping veterans obtain the dream of home ownership. They offer programs that include no money down, no first-time homebuyer requirement, 100% cash-out refinances, rehab loans. They can help you purchase a home, purchase a condo, refinance an existing mortgage, create a dream home with rehab loan. To learn more, visit www.michaelmish.norcommortgage.com or call 860-884-2103.
Hear that voice every week. You know the number, 860-884-2103, to get a hold of Mike Mish, one of the best in the country, to take care of all your homeowner needs. And we also have the great Bare Knuckle Corn Snacks. Go on bareknucklecornsnacks.com. Check out all their popcorn flavors and get yourself some snacks so you can have something to munch on while you're watching BKFC 45 tomorrow night from your couch. Or if you're not on your couch, if you're at the arena, you enjoy yourself some beverages there. But if you're not there or on your couch, you should be at Mohegan Sun with me and Mike. And our last sponsor is BK Bet Shark. He's already working the bets for this weekend. BKFC 45. He's got some pretty stellar bets going, some parlays. You got to get on BK Bet Shark and follow this guy and win yourself some goddamn money. Mike, what do you say we start this damn show?
Let's do it, man. Let's go. What are we waiting for?
What are we doing? We have a friend. I mean, it is the Shift Show.
Yeah,
Shift
MMA.
MMA.
I got a shift in my pants because
it makes a shift in your pants. All right, so let's do this. Our first guest of the evening is the rugged beauty herself, a good friend of the show, and she hasn't been on in a while, so it's good to have her back, Crystal Pittman.
Yay!
Hey, what's going on?
We're the 3 best
friends that anyone can have.
We're the 3 best
that anyone can have.
Don't sing that too loud. Jared will get fucking angry.
Yeah, there's no room for the 4th Wolfpack person. Not yet.
He has to prove himself.
He'll have to do it tonight in front of the world.
How have you been?
I've been really good. I've been transitioning here. I forget the last time that we talked. I think I had just moved down here to Florida. So I'm finally, I just feel like completely transitioned and I feel really good, with everything and I'm settled in. And so
you're a Florida woman now.
I am a Florida woman.
You know, do you ever hear the Florida man stories? Like you ever see the Florida man stories?
Like,
like man on bath salts tries to eat his fucking neighbor in front of an alligator that's chewing on a fucking meth addict or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yes. It's so funny because like I follow like a couple Florida like things on Instagram, and those weird things will pop up, and I'm like, what the hell did I do moving out here?
Yeah, what are you doing? Like the news there compared to the news where I live is completely different. Anytime I stay at my dad's house in Orlando, if I visit my in-laws in like Fort Myers, the news is just constant murder and killing and fucking just nuts stuff. People chasing people through towns and running people over and chewing people's faces off. It's all sorts of crazy stuff.
I don't know who Cody is. I don't know if anybody's a friend of Cody's, but he's from Jupiter, and he says the bath salt story happened right there in Jupiter, Florida.
I think there was a bunch of bath salt stories, but the one that was on the bridge where the guy ate the dude's face and then he got shot by the cops. And when he got shot the first time, like he was actually actively eating somebody's face. He gets shot. He like looked over at the cops and went, "Argh!" And then he kept eating, so they had to shoot him a few more times.
Only in Florida.
Right,
Crystal.
only in Florida.
So you're down there, and last time I don't know when the last time we saw you in person was. It might have been the last time when we visited Shift. Was that the last time we saw these guys in person, Mike?
We saw them.
No, it couldn't. Is that?
We saw them at the fights.
What fights?
Where did you guys go to? Denver?
No,
they weren't in Denver. You weren't in South Carolina.
No.
So oh my gosh, that is way too long.
It's been a long time.
What do you think you're
visited?
Doing?
It wasn't when we visited. It was after that. You guys were out at fights that we went to. I'm trying to remember what it was. It'll come to my.
Either way, we went to the dungeon. We went to the dungeon known as Shift MMA, and we got a taste of that place that day. It is one big sweaty box, and it's hot as fuck in there. And you guys train really hard. And we have been seeing some training videos of you. You are you're heavy in the gym with those guys every day. When are you fighting, and can you tell us?
Yes, I mean, I'm pretty sure I can tell you we're close enough to the fight now. We have to like redo some things because I was supposed to be on a different card, and now I'm pushed because of the whole what's taking the belt, Belcher, Biloxi, all that fell through. So yes, I'm sure it's fine. So I'm going to be fighting on the July card with the boys. So it's going to be one whole shit party. Woo!
Yeah. Lakeland.
Dude, that fucking card. That card is sick already.
Yeah.
Like me and Mike were talking about it right before we came on. And like there is, and your fight's not even listed yet. So add that one to the mix. This card, we got Dave fighting Mike, of course. That one's insane. You got Jared fighting Josh Dyer and Brandon fighting Seth. Ryan Reber's fighting Travis Thompson on that card.
Yeah.
Gabriel Fryer, Josh Wright, Martina Kroll, Gabrielle Roman, Fort Knox versus Tim Hester, Glendale Futrell against Chevy Bridges, who's now a Shift guy himself, and then add you to whoever you're fighting. Who are you fighting?
I don't know if I can say that yet. Should I? Does it matter?
No, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Maybe you should
listen at me.
Yeah. Like we have any say in anything.
I'm on this. Should I do this?
Hey, so Jihad has hit the nail on the head. It was in Denver when she fought Courtney Cameron. That was the last time we seen these guys in person.
Oh my gosh.
We hung out after the fights in the hotel lobby, and you looked like you got stung by a million bees.
I looked super Asian is what I looked. Okay. I was letting my true Filipino pop out is what I was doing.
Sometimes that's what you got to do.
Right?
I thought it was that was a fun night. That night was fun. I mean, I don't know how you seem like you were having fun. Your face didn't look like it was having fun, but you were having fun. Nonetheless, you made the best of it. And
it was so much fun. Yeah. I mean, I don't remember that night too much. We kind of went wild, but
Is that because of booze or concuss?
booze, obviously.
Yeah. I can't remember. I was hitting the head too many times. I don't remember anything.
I
always wonder that,
drink,
you know, how much you actually remember from a fight, you know?
That's true. Yeah.
What do you think?
It is
you
crazy
look back
because
on it.
when you got in a fight in high school, though, like back in the day when you got in a fight at in like the street or in a parking lot somewhere or at a party, I wouldn't remember anything about those fights. I don't know if it was the fucking intoxication or just like a blackout during those fights, but
yeah,
I wouldn't
think
remember
it's blackout
shit.
Rage too. Blackout rage.
Do you remember everything about your fights?
No, because alcohol too, and it was just a blackout rage where I'm just like.
But I'm talking about now as a pro when you're sober in the ring. Do you remember everything about the fight?
I'm like,
Jeez.
It depends, I guess. Sometimes like watching the fight back, I don't usually watch the fight back right away, but when I do, I'm like, oh shit, yeah, that happened. Like when stupid stuff happens, like getting points taken away and you know, so you remember stuff like that, but it's you remember feelings. Like sometimes I remember certain feelings, and but yeah, I mean, I guess it just depends.
So what changes have you were telling us last time that you've like changed everything about the way you approach your training now. Now you've had this many more months with the shift guys and Jihad, and so going into this next fight, are you feeling like a whole nother fighter? Or are you feeling like you have a can of tricks that you didn't get to open up last time you went out that you're going to show us this time?
I absolutely believe that. Yes. So when I was with Coach Hod and you know, Shift and all them, it was I barely moved down here and we started a camp. You know what I mean? I learned so much from them in that little amount of time. And I feel like head movement and certain things in the fight that I did look good or better than I've looked before. In fights, I did apply things, but I felt like, and we talk about this, I felt like you guys saw maybe like 30-40% of like my true potential of what we've been doing. So this time off was completely necessary, I feel, for everything, for you know, strategy, for mental, for, you know, technique, for, you know, kill mode, for everything. Power, it was just everything. For everything. Yes. Power. You know, and I'm an overthinker too. So there's a lot of things that Coach Hod and like 300 and N1 and all them, you know, we really, really worked on. And so I felt like this past year, we've had time to get to know each other, to get to know me, to get to know them, like as, you know, our fighter coach relationship. And it's just been uphill and it's been amazing. So we've tapped into a lot of things that I just didn't know I knew I was possible, but they've allowed me to like really open up and completely be comfortable and confident and believe in myself to be that fighter that I am. So I'm super excited.
Well, thank God for Captain Deadpool, huh?
Right?
I mean, he was the conduit to fucking Shift MMA. Like now he's just a guy. You're part of the team and Jared's there. You know what I mean?
Now I teach him things.
Listen, you know how I think I know that things are going well is because I feel like we knew Rick Coleman and Jihad and all them before you, but I've never called him Hod. He's never allowed it. He's never allowed it. I tried it once. He gave me a backhand. He said, "Not now. You earned
not
that.
Ever.
Yep, you got to earn that." And I said, "Okay, I'm sorry." And that
you
was
never
the last
called
time.
me
And
hard.
You say it, and it's okay.
Yeah, it's because Mike. Because when you
guys are growing.
When you say the word hard with your dropped R in your Rhode Island accent,
that's what it was.
Hard.
He thought I was. I know.
Fucking wicked hard.
He took it the wrong way. He took it the wrong way.
You wicked hard.
You fucking wicked hard. Fucking wicked jihad. Oh man, so
what is with that? He's like making a shift in your pants.
Oh
Coach,
man,
he's
Mike's
wicked
just
hot.
Mike's just a fucking pig, you know?
Yeah. Listen, that's why anytime you do long distance like training with the military, you just get a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
And I just got back from some military training. I'm telling you, that's what happens. It's exactly what happens.
Mike was getting woken up by the sun rising and the birds chirping and drinking coffee outside of his tent last week, and now here he is talking to you.
I did do that.
That's true.
Yeah, what a life I live, huh? What a lucky
what
guy.
a life.
Yeah. When are we gonna find out? People are asking who you're fighting in the comments. Jihad said you can't tell us now, according to him. He said no, not now, but. I mean, we're 3 weeks away from the fight. I think you guys need to push that a little bit. Say, hey,
yes, and we will very soon.
Yeah, people's want to know.
They do.
Who is this victim?
Right?
Yeah, we're running out of time as far as I'm concerned.
And you know what? Hey, you know what really sucks about that card? That card is in Lakeland, and it's like an anniversary for me and Mike because that was the first BKFC event we ever covered live was in that same what's it called?
RP
Funding Center in Lakeland, Florida. And I can't fucking go. Mike might be there.
I know.
I might go by myself.
Yeah, Mike might go by himself because it's a huge.
Right?
The card is so sick. It's so stacked, and it's just like the nostalgia of the fact that 20 events later we go back to a live one, and it's the one that we started at. It'd be really cool.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, it kind of breaks my heart a little bit that I'm not going to be able to go to this one.
Yeah, mine too. Because I always, I'm always asking, hey, you guys to be at the fights, and then, we're all fighting together. You're not going to be there. A little disappointed.
I know the whole shift crew's on there, man. How many you got? What, 5 on the card? I
think so.
I mean, counting yourself now.
Yeah.
You got Brandon, Dave, Jared, you, and Glendale, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Nobody else. That's it. That's fucking enough, right?
I think there might be one. I'm not too sure. I don't know if we're allowed to. I don't know.
Do you think Coach fucking Wicked Hod's gonna have like 5 different outfits for that evening when he's cornering everybody?
He had 3 at the last event we went to. I think he had 3. He showed up
3?
in one. I think so. I think he showed up in something, and he coached early. Then he changed into something. And I feel like he got changed again, and he had like a full ass suit on.
Wait, is Reber with you guys now? Ryan Reber? No,
I don't know. I mean, I know we've had a new face, but I am horrible with names. So when I meet them, I probably instantly forgot his name.
Royal. He's a royalty. You don't know him? God damn it.
He's from 5 minutes down the street from me right now. Like where I live. He lives the next town down. You cannot disrespect royalty like that. Unreal.
He's from New London.
Unreal.
He's the king of New London.
Is Jared should be in the comments. Where's Coach Hod?
They're all in the comments too, including Royal Ryan William Reber. And you want to know what? He's very upset because he said he trained with you yesterday and you guys actually sparred together and you don't even know who he is. No, he didn't say that. I'm lying.
That's funny.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Yeah. So Jihad says he's going to have 7 outfits for that evening. Well, I can't wait till we see you fight. I want to know who this person is. I want to know who it is. And I don't know why. And this is, I guess, one of those bones that we kind of like always kind of pick with the BKFC. We love the BKFC, we love the product and everything, but a lot of times they wait till like 2 weeks before the fucking card.
They've been much better lately, though. I have to stick up for them.
They have been.
It's been a lot better lately than it used to be.
Yeah,
but
and I would have had a lot more time to promote me being on my for my fight because I was on a farther away card, So I would have had more time, but now that I'm pushed closer, we don't have that much time, but they've been pretty good.
Well, it's an unbelievable card. We can't wait to see how the training has changed the rugged beauty. We can't wait to see you in the ring. You don't have the red hair anymore. You're gonna.
I know.
A full head of dark hair.
Right.
You don't have. Is it still bald underneath the side over there?
No. Check this out. Wait, which side? Look at this. Look, it's growing.
Oh, snap!
Yeah,
I
know. Yeah.
How long is that taking?
a whole year to get
Wow.
this.
No
far.
shit.
I know.
I feel like it would take
Jared
you 2
hates
weeks to get that.
Jared,
Because I gotta. What'd you say about Jared?
Jared hates it.
He hates it. He likes the shaved look.
No, he like because it's such an awkward.
he hates
I
the
hate it
in
too.
between. He hates the
Yeah,
fact
as
that
much
it's,
as I do.
you know.
But I think it's kind of hilarious because when I'm training,
Why don't
like
you
it's
braid just that underneath the hair? Like get some cornrows right underneath the hair. So when
Susan
you
Walker
lift it
loves
up,
the
it's
dark
braided.
Thanks, Susan. Yeah, you guys should see me at training. It's great because like I'll have my hair like up in a bun, and
that
you know
one
we
little
train
spot be
really hard,
sticking
and
out.
this will be like this. It's hilarious. It's so funny. I look like a crazy like squirrel.
and like we said about that gym, it gets super fucking hot in there. So I bet you look crazy in that place.
I do.
I was sweating just watching you guys.
I was just standing still and I was complaining.
I was complaining. I know it does.
When we were
At least
there-
we know we'll make weight. We just sweat it all out.
Yeah.
You remember what Jared was working on when me and Mike were visiting there? It was Preparation H. You
Oh,
remember that?
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And it worked, right?
Yes. Preparations
totally-
A through G
Preparation H worked.
had all but expanded. He was on to Preparation H, and Preparation H got him that big dub.
It
That's
did.
what's up.
It
It
winning
It
in the
did.
fight. So luckily we showed up. No thanks to the rest of the gym.
Yeah.
Right.
Good thing we were there. You know what's funny too is like when we were trying to find the gym, like we're driving down there and we're like, where the fuck is this place? We're like looking, and Mike's like, the address shows it like right here. We didn't realize it's like in the middle of this building
Yeah.
of like garage doors. It's like
I
we
said,
were like,
there's 2 cars that
Yeah.
were stolen and set on fire. I'm not sure if this is where we should be, but it says we should be around this area.
It's so funny. Yes, I mean it's if you want to be part of Shift MMA, you got to go through the
you gotta
trenches,
you gotta get in there, man.
We found it. Hey,
right?
Hey, we found it. And hey, we're gonna play a game with you, Crystal, before we get going. And we thank you for setting up all your guys on the show today because she's like their social media person now, right? Is that what you're doing?
Woo.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
Something like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to do a whole bunch of stuff for the boys and try to get them more sponsorships, and I'm really good at that stuff. So I'm just like trying to really push them. And I'm the only girl in the gym, so it's like I'm like the little sissy. So I'm just like,
you should get these guys
take care
some
of the boys,
sponsors too while you're at it. You should get the Mike and Mish show some sponsors while you're helping out your boys.
Yeah, we'll hire
you.
you.
We're the 3 best friends and can have. Do I have to
Remember
remind
that
you?
song? Hello.
Jesus Christ. Anyways, hey, we got a game to play with you.
Okay.
All right. Do you remember the Newlywed Game? It was a game show that was on TV years before we were born, I think.
Was Chuck Woolery the guy?
I don't know. I don't think it was Chuck Woolery, but
I do remember it.
So
I should have done my hair like 70s, 80s.
So what we did is we're going to play the Newlywed Game. Need a new title because we don't know what the hell it's going to be called. But here we go. It's the Not So Wed Game. We sent 3 questions to Jared Warren, and we got answers from him. We are going to tell you the questions that we asked Jared.
Okay.
And you are going to tell us what you think he answered these questions. Okay.
First I'm one. In so much trouble.
No, these are not stupid questions. What is your favorite meal that Crystal cooks? We asked Jared, what is your favorite meal that Crystal cooks? What do you think that Captain Deadpool has said to that question?
Probably hamburger helper.
What?
Hamburger helper? What the
hamburger
hell?
Helper?
What are you, my mom in the early 90s? What the fuck is this?
Dude,
No,
I love
that's
hamburger
right.
helper. I don't know when the last time I had that shit was, but I love hamburger helper.
I do. It was
we
good.
love hamburger helper.
All right. Well, you want to know?
Hamburger helper.
I'm gonna say either pasta, the vodka pasta, or his meal, like dinner. Gosh damn it! There's a couple because
meal
right,
doesn't have to be dinner. It doesn't have meal.
Something.
Give us your final answer. What's your final answer?
I gotta go to. So breakfast, I make Crunchwrap breakfast burritos, and then also dinner time, I make vodka pasta. And
I thought you were gonna get it. I thought you were about to get it.
The correct answer from your better half.
One thing. I hope this is one thing. It might be two.
Apple fritter French toast.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
That's one thing, right?
Is that something that you don't make very often? Is that why you didn't remember?
Yeah, that's what I didn't remember because it's, and I can't have it right now, but I make like the best. He can, yeah, because, he can eat everything under the sun and gain and lose weight. I know. But I make really good apple fritter French toast. It's
you're 0 for 1. Nice. You're 0 for 1.
I definitely want that apple fritter French toast.
Question 2, Mike, what did we ask?
We said, hey, Jared, if you had the day off, what would you do?
If he had the day off, what would you do? It would probably...
Who would it be?
We would go to the beach.
Him by himself.
Him by himself.
Oh, him by himself.
Day off, nothing to do. What's he doing?
Walk around naked.
He walks around naked when he's alone?
No, but I do.
This is not about you. This is about him.
I don't know. He would sleep.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Hey, that's pretty good.
I was gonna say Xbox.
So.
Nap and play Xbox.
I don't know how he does that at the same time because I don't know anybody who can do that, but he does it. He naps and plays Xbox at the same time.
Yeah, he does. Mm-hmm.
All right. This is the last one. And so you're a half of a point for 2. All right. We'll give you a half point there. And last question, we asked Jared, we said, hey, Jared, if you two were to get an argument, what is it most likely over?
I don't know. Is it most likely over?
The answer is so specific.
It probably is.
It's so specific that I'm like,
so specific too.
It's like very specific. Wait till you see. You know what it is. It's so specific that you know what it is.
Say your answer.
It's probably over. It's probably. Oh man, I can't think. Over.
Do you even know
chores?
Him? Do you guys do you even know him?
Because if we argue, it is super specific.
He said
it's a lack of clean socks.
Whatever that.
Oh means. Yes. Oh God. It is.
It's a clean socks argument that you have.
It is. It is. So I kind of get a half point for that because it's like chores. I said chores.
Yeah, it's pretty close. That's so you have 1 whole point from 2 half points.
Two halves give you 1 whole. We're
gonna have to ask Brandon Allen because I have a feeling some of these stories get pulled into the gym, and you guys, you know what I mean? Because I know I do it at work. There's no way that you don't bring the sock story to the gym. You must know the sock story, right?
He went 24 hours not talking to me because
of
the sock story.
Oh shit!
Yes.
Jesus, well, that was fun.
To him about this.
Crystal, the answers were great. You got 1 point out of a possible 3. We're going to see how Jared does later on. But until then, we're going to have to let you go. We're going to give you a minute to say some final things to the people that are paying attention. And if you want to sneak in a name of who you're fighting in the end here, go ahead and do it.
Yep.
Jihad said it's okay.
Jihad said.
No, he didn't. He didn't say that.
He didn't.
All right. What do you got?
I don't know. I'm just saying hi, everybody. Thanks for visiting the 3 best friends in the world. I do got to shout out our OnlyFans sponsor and my tattoo sponsor. And we have a lot of things in the works right now. Other than that, I got to shout out Shift MMA, hashtag Shift, the Shift, everything the Shift stands for. They're fucking awesome. So, thank you, everybody, for coming in.
Hard work makes easy work. Isn't that like something?
Yeah, we make the shift look good. Mm-hmm.
I do love it. I love it. Well, it's a good atmosphere, good people. Glad that you're there. Very, very happy that you're there. So glad you're doing good.
Well, it's good talking with you, and maybe Mike will see you down there July 14th.
Oh man, okay. I put it in. Did you hear my phone?
We're gonna have to go back and turn the
somebody pull the tape.
Go back, put the closed captions on, people, because you might have just heard somebody there. All right, Crystal, thank you. We'll talk to you soon. All right.
Bye, you guys.
All right. See you later. Bye. All right. That is Crystal Pittman, the Rugged Beauty. She will be back in action January 14th against whoever she just coughed out right there at the end. And that was fun. We have a autographed photo of her that we're supposed to give away. I was
just going to say that.
We completely forgot about that. Maybe we'll have her jump back on later. But let's go ahead and get this next guy in. We talked to his opponent last week. He's coming over from another organization. He was a former champion in Brandon's division, and now Brandon Allen will be welcoming him to the welcoming Seth Shaffer to the BKFC July 14th in Lakeland, Florida. That fight has fucking fight of the year written all over it, man. I'll tell you right now, I love this matchmaking right here. Here we go. Superman himself, Brandon Allen, back on the show. What's up, dude?
Yo, what's going on?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Jihad always asks for a fucking Mike and Mish shirt or a Mission Accomplished shirt, but I've been wanting one of those for a minute. I feel like it's a fair trade should be made.
It would be nice. It would be nice. You got to get with Rick on that. Rick do all that and arm one.
All right. So, hey, like you heard me in the intro right there. We talked to your opponent last week. We got him on. We welcomed him to the BKFC side of the bare knuckle world, and we heard some things. You guys had some sort of beef going on social media wise. I don't know if you guys know each other personally or anything like that, but what do you do or you don't?
I don't know. I didn't know.
Oh, okay.
We got beef.
Right.
No, I think that was more like a question. Like we do.
Yeah.
Like, he had said, okay, Mike, correct me if I'm wrong. He had said that Brandon had posted a few things about him, right? Mentioning him, or maybe just mentioning him pissed him off or something like that.
Aww.
But do you recall any of this? And what are your feelings towards your opponent, July 14th?
I don't care about his feelings, man. You already know me. I'm coming to do what I need to do. All that extra stuff, all that talking about video games, and I don't care about none of that. We here to fight. That's what we here to do. I'm chasing a title. All that extra stuff, I feel like it's just extra. I don't post nothing on Facebook about my opponents because I don't want them feeling like I'm trying to juice them up in any type of way. If anything, I may be calling them a bum, but I call every opponent a bum because I'm a champion. So that's just how I see myself. I'm not going to see myself no other type of way. So what? You got hard feelings? Oh, I don't care.
I'm excited about this fight for sure. I know that you are on a 3-fight win streak and you've been looking better and better every time. He's on a 4-fight win streak himself. It looks like this has got fireworks written all over it. I know you've watched his footage. Can you give me an honest opinion on how you think he fights? And have you been like a bum for real? That's your honest opinion. You think he looks like a bum?
Like a bum. Yeah, he can say that however he want. Like a bum. If he want to say that like beef, I don't care about none of that. We can do that.
See, I think that might be one of the reasons why he doesn't like you.
So, yeah, I'm just straight to the point. Like, it's business. Like, why would it be beef? It's business. We sign a contract. We get money. We put on a great show. I beat you up. We go home.
You know, when we talked to you in South Carolina, right?
Right.
You won. Then you go in the back, and we're like, "Hey, man, this is very well could be the last fight before you get a possible title shot." And you're like, "Nah, I want to fight again before a title. I'm not even waiting for that shit. I want to fight somebody else." And we were like, "Whoa, you're not going to wait to fight for the title. You're going to fight again." And did you think that it was going to be against a guy who is coming over as a champion from another bare knuckle organization and coming over here to fight? Like, this is technically a championship fight, if it was in BYB.
I wouldn't care for it because we're not in the BYB. Who have you fought in the BKFC? Nobody. They put you in there with a real dog. So I'm going to bite you. I'm going to lock on to you. I'm going to shake you. And I'm going to hold on to you. All that extra stuff they trying to do, I want to see if he can really put together a good game plan. Because if he come at me with anything from the BYB, it's gonna be an early night or a long one for him. And I wouldn't mind a long fight. You know me, I like rounds. I got gas for it. So let's do it.
I got to be honest. I was pretty impressed that he's 4 for 4 with 4 knockouts, and they're all body shots. That's a stat that like sticks out to me. You know what I mean? And maybe
but my thing is, if you ever, and I looked at the footage, I have every opponent that he fought, he hit him one time, boom, oh, they want to close up real tight. You know, who's on that? Then I seen a guy hit him with a real swoop, like it was like an arm uppercut. It was like it did just like that.
Looked like one of these things.
Yeah, it was like a noodle. And he went
like
to the
handyman.
ground. I'm like that chin glass or something. If that's the case, that's not gonna help you. So I hit hard, I'm fast, I'm accurate with it. I got good head movement. I haven't seen much from him that brings to the table to say, you know what, you're gonna be a champion over here. You can be one over there. That's perfectly fine. I don't care about over there. I'm over here. And you don't came over here with a big dog, and you think that's what you want to do. And I'm here for it. And like I say, after this, I'm going straight to Kai. And after that, I'm going to script that from Kai. Then whoever else want it, let's do it. Because honestly, after that, I want to go to 55. I want to go to 55, and I want to fight Palomino right then and there, right when I get the scrap. Why not? Let's do it. Title for title.
Talking about Kai, that fight. When you watched that fight, were you surprised by Kai winning? Did you think Kai would win? What did you think the results were going to be for that fight?
I messaged Kai in his inbox. I don't know if he even opened it or not. And I told him, I said, if you stick to your game plan, I said, you'll win the fight. Plain and simple. I said, he can't fight. I said, if you stick to your game plan, I said, you'll win the fight. And that's exactly what he did. He stuck to his game plan and won the fight. Everybody knew Louis was going to try to come in and throw just one hand. And he want to try to get you out of there. Come on, that's not fighting. You made it through by luck, and that's all that is to me.
Yeah, I thought Louis would be. I thought Louis would be far more aggressive than he was that night. Yeah. I felt like he wasn't aggressive at all. Actually, I thought it was way different.
Panic mode. When he seen that he was down on the cards, he got into panic mode, and that's exactly what happened. He just panicked. That's all it was. He wanted to just try to throw one good shot. He hit me good. I want to try to hit him good. That's not how the game goes.
Yeah. And you already answered a question that we were going to ask. Have you been told, or are you just, when you say that, are you just assuming this is a title eliminator? Like you and Seth, whoever wins this fight gets Kai next, right? Has that been said, or is it just you figure it?
I'm not saying that because honestly, Seth came over here on a title like over there. I feel like he didn't even deserve to even, somebody else. I didn't even feel like he should be in there with me, honestly. That's how I feel personally. I don't feel like he should be in there with me. Maybe somebody else in the back of the line, but why would you hop right in the middle? I feel like it's slight disrespect. But we're gonna show that on the 14th. But
So you don't take the BYB title serious at all, then?
No, not at all. Saying? Not at all. Because it has nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me.
Okay.
Apples and oranges to me.
Let's talk about you as a fighter right now. When we first saw you, you took a lot. Who was 4 fights ago? Who'd you fight?
It was Jordan Nash.
Jordan Nash. Ever since that Jordan Nash fight, you have looked better and better and better. To include this last one where it was like a spectacular body stiffening fucking knockout from a 145er that you don't usually see that kind of a knockout from a lighter weight guy like yourself. Would you say, have you even reached your full potential yet, or do you think you're just starting to creep towards your full potential?
It's a lot of things we haven't even showed yet. Like we be talking in the gym, like I tell them in the gym, I'm scared to hit my hardest because I'm scared I'll break my hands. I feel like I got girl hands. They're real small. So I feel like that for real. They small. So when I hit something, I feel like I'm gonna break something. So that's why I be like so scared to hit a person hard as possible. So That's why I pull off sometimes, and Todd tell me not to. Last time, as you see, I just followed all the way through, and you see what happened. So, we've been working on following all the way through and everything else. So, I feel like it's gonna be a great fight for myself. I feel like it's gonna be an early night. I'm hoping for one. I want to get a check and go. Who wants to fight all night?
So your confidence is obviously fucking skyrocketed. You're sky high here. You have no problem thinking that knowing that you're gonna win against Seth, right? That's what you're saying right here.
No, I'm letting you know that I'm gonna be your champion. I am your 140.
Okay. That's what I'm getting to. I don't want you to overlook Seth, but how do you see a fight with you and the champ going? You and Kai Stewart.
That's even shorter than this one.
Even shorter than this one.
What do you predict?
Oh man, Kai, I feel like I get Kai out of there before the third. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That'd be some easy work. Cause all that trying to grab me, that's a risk. That's a very high risk. Were you willing to take that chance? Then what if I get out? Oh, well, I'm out. Boom. Now we got to reset again. So you willing to take another chance coming back in like that? You going to keep taking chances? 5 rounds taking chances? I'm going to catch you. And what's going to happen? If you're going to fold on me, most likely you're going to fold on me. If you do, if that, that's fine. And if you don't, I'm going to break you. Most likely I'm going to break you. They all break. I feel like I have learned a lot from that Nash fight. It broke me down so bad. Honestly, I wanted to quit fighting. I took a year layoff and came back the next year to get right. I had to get right with God. If it wasn't for my lady, I wouldn't be here.
Really? I think you had told us that before. Like you didn't know if you wanted to keep fighting, and I remember you saying that. And now here you are on a 3-fight win streak and looking like one of the best 145ers in the world. Jihad just threw this in the comments. For a lot of people that might not know, Jordan was supposed to fight at a catchweight 155 and came in at 163.5. Did you weigh 155 for that fight?
Came in, I think, underweight. I came in at like 54. I had to hydrate right then and there on the spot just for us to even fight.
What do you walk around at? If you don't mind me asking,
gym, I'm walking around at like 65 in the gym.
65. So it's not a big cut for you to make weight. Man, so you fought Jordan at almost your walk around weight, pretty much.
Right. Yeah. And after he hydrated, he was probably 75, maybe 80 at the most. It was a heavy fight. I can't lie, and I still came close on that one.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I dropped him, and I felt like they didn't even give me the count. I felt like when I dropped him, and that was still a close fight.
Yeah, that's why I don't know why you beat yourself up so much about that fight, because it wasn't like you got blown out of the water. I really think it was so close that I don't even think that the judges really know who. That's like one of those fights where like, well, got to pick somebody. Like. Who do you pick?
I worked so hard for it. I remember just grinding. I'm getting up 3 a.m, going running, doing things I ain't never did before. Getting up, going running 3 a.m, swimming, and just going hard in the gym, getting my coaching in, getting my coach coming in on the weekends, getting this work in. We just putting in crazy hours, and I got crushed. I felt like I got cheated so bad. So I didn't want to come back. I honestly didn't come back. I felt like the BKFC didn't deserve me. But then I got back on the horse. I had a long discussion with Hard, and he told me, like, man, you can be great. He said, you can be great. Just get back on the horse. And that's what we did. We put in great hours, and shit, this is where we at now. And I feel like I'm a champion, and I will be.
I think when we came to Shift, we saw you were very confident. You're like, I'm going to win. No doubt about it. You were dancing and stuff. And we were like, all right, let's see what happened. And you went in against Steve-O, kind of late notice, right? And Steve-O a lot of people were talking about Steve-O, and Steve-O was ready to fight. He had a full camp behind him, and you went in and you ended up winning that fight. And I think a lot of people are like, oh shit, we didn't really see that happening. And then from there, I feel like that lifted your spirits after that, man. You not that your spirits weren't lifted, because you were obviously, like I said, dancing around the gym and shit, but you're definitely a high-spirited individual. But that was like, that win, I feel like, put you on cloud 9, and you've been riding that wave ever since. So
right. I just feel, and with the team behind me, like I said, I got great people behind me. I got a great team, man. Crystal, I got Dave, I got Jihad, I got Knox, and you got coaches behind me, man. It is like just great to be in this gym, man. It is the place to be. Why you can't be a champion? And over here, you can be a champion. I tell people all the time, if you want to be great, come here. If you want to be great, come over here. But you got to be willing to put in the work. Jared about to be a world champion next. Great. I'm following suit after. Crystal after. We want to make at least 4 champions in this gym. By the end of the year, I want to have at least 3 and up by Hard. Like Hard say, let's have at least 3 champions in the gym by the end of the year.
That is like such a real possibility too. It's fucking crazy. You guys have one of the most impressive gym teams in the whole sport, to be honest with you. I was gonna say in Florida, but like because like Florida is like the mecca of bare knuckle right now. You guys probably have top 1 or 2 teams out there for sure, and we're gonna talk about that in a second. But before we do that, can you shed a little light on this no clean sock saga between Jared and Christine?
I did not know that. I did not know that. I always known Crystal to come to the gym with some cookies and some different treats and stuff. Cause I know she can bake. She can bake her ass off. I know that. So I know she'll come to the gym with some, some snacks we don't supposed to have. When Hard not there, or we got to do something. But yeah.
I was gonna say he's allowing cookies and shit in the gym.
Yeah. What about that apple fritter French toast? You had that?
No, I haven't. And I will
man,
morning and get that. Yeah.
They let the freaking cat out of the bag on that one because I'd be asking for that tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here we go. We're gonna. You just talked about your team. We know about the super team. You are the Superman. We're gonna make a Shift MMA Justice League with you, Superman, right now. Obviously, number 1 is Superman. Number 2, go ahead, Mike. Who's he gonna name for this guy right here? Go ahead.
Batman. Who do you got for Batman? Who would be Batman?
That'd be Knox. That'd be Knox.
That'd
be Knox. He is real deal hands on. Like foot heavy on gas, just like Batman, ready to bang.
Oh, he's the 6th guy on the card. That's he's fighting Tim Hester. Okay,
that would be Knox. Yeah.
All right, who's Aquaman?
That'd be Chuck.
I don't know who that.
Chuck, the real sweaty dude.
Oh, the sweaty dude.
Sweaty dude. Aquaman. That's a good. Yeah, he's laying in a
pool. He
just
came out of the water at all times.
The guy looks like he could fill up one of them little round blue pools you always see kids have, them little round blue plastic joints. He should be sitting in one of those at all times, just full.
Oh man, when we were there, he looked like he just came out of a swimming pool every time you turned around and looked at him.
Oh my God, I was afraid to walk around.
Number 4,
that shit and fall.
Who's Batman in the Shift?
Did you choose Batman already?
We already did Batman.
Oh fuck, I already did Batman. I wrote it twice. All right, let's go with Flash.
Flash. Dave
Mundell. Yeah, he's the Flash.
He's
Dave,
the Flash.
I'm saying, because Dave's slow as shit to me. I feel like he is slow as shit. He is so slow. His punches are so slow to me. That's how I feel.
So you're the Flash. He goes to move, and you're like,
yeah, I'm gonna call him Flash.
I guess Superman does move like that too, though.
I know who I was supposed to put in that spot,
Robin?
Mike. No, this guy right here.
Cyborg.
Who's a cyborg? And then
Jihad.
You got one more. Jihad
with the fake on piece.
And last but not least, who's Wonder Woman?
Oh yeah, that's Crystal.
Oh man, that's only because she's the only one.
Right.
In
Didn't you guys have another
2023,
female
I
there
feel
before?
I feel it's kind of offensive in 2023 that you automatically give Wonder Woman to the one woman in the gym.
Yeah,
Well,
I think that
mom
Jared's
of
done
the-
more than enough to
Mom
earn
of the
that.
gym is Jahad's wife. That's Mimi. We can give it to Mimi.
All right, well, that's just fucking around. Okay, we'll give it to Mimi or Crystal. Who cares? But anyways, dude, any last words for anybody that's paying attention? July 14th, you guys got to go see this guy. He's the number 3 ranked BKFC featherweight right now, looking to climb up, I would imagine, after the Louis Kai fight. And he's taking on Seth Shaffer. Go ahead, Brandon.
Man, follow me on Instagram, Brandon Superman Allen. God first, man. Team second. Family third, man. We're going to just keep rocking from now.
There it is.
Hey, Brandon, real quick, before you go, ask the people watching a question about yourself. You know, it could be anything. It could be favorite color, favorite cartoon, whatever. Let them guess this thing because we have a signed poster to give away from you right here to someone who can answer the question that you have. Throw one out there. Could be anything. Boom.
Okay. Favorite kind of food.
Favorite kind of food. Let's go. If you're watching right now, write in the comments. Favorite kind of food. We'll read them out loud. When we read the right one out loud, you let us know, and we will put the winner up on the screen. You'll get a signed poster of Brandon Superman Allen. Let's go. Jihad says unhealthy food. Mexican food. Italian. Mexican? Susan Walker with Mexican food.
Mexican food was the answer? Second. The third person to guess says the right answer. There you go. Susan Walker, you got yourself a autographed Brandon Superman Allen.
We had Chinese, Italian, steak, pepperoni.
I love
pepperoni type of food.
Eggs, mac and cheese.
I think he meant like style, right? Like Mexican, Italian, whatever. So yeah, pepperoni. Yeah, that's definitely a type of food.
There you go. There you go, man. Brandon, thank you very much for playing along. Susan Walker is going to get an autograph poster of you, and we will be paying attention on July 14th. Take it easy, brother.
All right, thank you.
Later, man.
See ya. Later. There he is, Brandon Superman Allen.
We almost dropped the ball twice in a row there.
Yeah, we almost did, Mike. You know
we're ball droppers.
Yeah, we're ball droppers. All right. Well, hey, we got our third guest waiting patiently while we're talking to him. He's going to be fighting for the interim light heavyweight title against Josh D-Day Dyer in a rematch of a previous fight that they had. And we're looking forward to talking to him. Hopefully he's got some clean socks on right now. Captain Deadpool, Jared Warren. What's up, buddy?
What's up, fellas?
Let's see those feet. Do you have any socks on those?
There's no socks on. I can't get them up that high, but no, I would have some on right now if there were clean ones around.
Oh God, isn't that's the age old argument? You know what I'm saying?
Bane of my existence. God,
that's so funny, dude. Oh man, hey, welcome back to the show. We had the current light heavyweight champion on last night. I'm sure you were paying attention. You were watching along. You were listening to Juggernaut. He always has a lot to say.
Mm-hmm.
You got yourself an interim title shot in his division. What the hell is going on with that division and this interim title shot? Is the winner of this one going to get Juggernaut, or is he going to be off doing heavyweight things? Can you shed a little light on this?
Dude, I wish I knew, more than you guys did. It's been jumping around. We waited for the longest time to see who I was going to be fighting, when I was going to be fighting. Originally I was told at the beginning of the year, like, hey, you're going to fight the winner of Lorenzo and Richman. I'm like, cool. Then Richman goes down in weight. Lorenzo talks about going up in weight. So it kind of put me in no man's land for a little bit. And, yeah, dude, it's like I was supposed to fight first they told me March, then April, then May, then June. And now here we are in July. So for me, I'm happy just to have a fucking fight at this point because last year I fought 4 times. I mean, almost 3 months on the dot every time. And now here coming up on, I don't know, it'll be right about 8 months. I fought in November. So, yeah, I'm happy to fight, but it is it's a fight I'm happy to have, even though, fighting Lorenzo would have been best case scenario if they'd just been like, yeah, he's ready, he's on weight or whatever, he can defend his belt. That would be cool. But he talked about he had those aspirations of going up in weight. So I knew at a certain point that more than likely wasn't going to happen. If he could, like right now, if he could say like, yeah, I am on weight. I can fight July 14th. Cool. Let's do that. You know what I mean? Like me and Dyer are already under contract, so Dyer would have to get paid to break it. But he likes to talk a lot, and feels like he's the next president of BKFC. So talk him into breaking his contract, and then you and I can fight.
I know, like, you guys are all fighters, and And like Lorenzo made it sound like cutting to 185 is nothing for him. And I believe him. He's done it. But being a guy like yourself that like walks around about 10 pounds above what you actually fight at, don't you think it's fucking nuts that dude cuts from 230 down to 185? That just fucking blows my mind.
Yeah, dude. And even like right now, I mean, we're over 3 weeks out and I'm at 190. Yeah, I mean, usually my walk around is 195. I still eat everything and anything I want, but it's just I feel like I've been in an extended training camp since fights keep getting pushed back. But yeah, I'm 5 pounds away from weighing in, sitting right here, having eaten 3 times a day already. Yeah, 50 pounds is fucking retarded. You know what I mean? Like,
it's crazy.
Think about like 50 pounds when you're walking around weight. So that would be me, like I said, at 190 minus 50. What's that? 140 pounds. We'll round up.
You're going to fight like, Brandon Allen.
That would be like, well, at least Brandon's, knows how to fight and stuff. But that would be like me calling out Kai Stewart. Like, hey, Kai, I'm coming after you, little boy. You know what I mean? Like, why? I get that cutting weight has been a big thing for a long time in fight sports. But kind of makes you wonder why people cut so much. Like, if you are confident in your ability and your power, why put yourself through all that shit? Like, he says he's a natural heavyweight. Okay, then why haven't you been fighting heavyweight all along? I'm a natural light heavyweight, so here I am. Yeah, I mean, it's the closest I can fight to my natural body weight. So
yeah,
I don't know.
It is crazy.
Why do you need to cut so much to win?
All right. Well, you're not fighting Lorenzo though. So here's the deal. You're fighting Josh. And when they came to you when you guys were approached with this idea of fighting Josh for an interim title, did you jump at that? Were you excited? Because that's probably one that you wanted back, obviously.
Yeah.
Anybody that ever takes a loss, you want to run that back and you want to avenge it. So now you get to avenge the loss and also get a belt in the process. Yeah.
No, it is best case scenario, aside from the first one I mentioned, because from the situation being what it is, he did beat me a few years ago. Like I've said before, fair and square, but I was just different person, different fighter. I didn't have, not only was I not training at Shift yet, but I just didn't have a trainer at all at that time. I was kind of a solo act, and we fought, late 2020. And that was a shit year for most people. It definitely was for me. And I just, I wasn't only like not at my best, I was at like my worst back then. And then after that fight is when, Martin Brown was the one who reached out, because I know him for a long time. He reached out and he's like, hey man, why don't you come train with us over at Shift MMA? And I was kind of like, at first I was on the fence of what I wanted to do at that point. And I was like, fuck it, I'll go check it out. And then I was like immediately hooked after just being in there one time, after seeing how good and knowledgeable they are in there. I came from a kickboxing background, had a ton of success there. But, this shit ain't kickboxing. It's not kickboxing without kicks. It is, it's just straight hands. So you got to change and adjust a lot of things. And they showed me real quickly how much I didn't know, and then it made training fun and exciting again. I was kind of getting burnt out, like on the kickboxing side, all that stuff. I hit to a point where I was like, I don't feel like going to training anymore. It's not really fun. But ever since I got hooked up over there, it's never stopped being fun, because I never stop learning shit. Like it's interesting to me how much there is to do with what would seem like such a simple sport of throwing hands, but there's a lot to it. And it's just been awesome. But back to it, like, I'm happy to fight Josh. Like, he's happy to fight me. He's a cool guy. Like, all cards on the table. Me and him have like BS'd on Facebook Messenger ever since our fight. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like he beat me and I had harbored bad feelings. It was just like, he got the better of me. Like, cool, you were better that night. And for me, it's good because it's like I get to compare apples to apples. You know what I mean? I get to put him where I was, fight him where I was back then, and fight him where I'm at now. And I get to prove to myself how far I've come.
So you've seen him fight since, right? He's fought a couple times since you, but now, like, you just told us, and I didn't know that. I didn't know you weren't training in a gym. I mean, you didn't have a team or anything like that when you fought him the first time. Now you're with Shift, and you have gotten better and better as you've gone on. And your only loss since joining Shift was like a super razor tight loss to Isaac Doolittle. It could have gone either way.
Mm-hmm.
Could have even gone to a draw, maybe even a 6th round. Have you noticed progression in Josh's game? I know that you have progressed in your game, but seeing his fights, he fought Dakota Cochran. He fought a couple times. What are your thoughts on him?
There hasn't been a ton of like, footage to watch since it's like he hasn't. I mean, I don't know what the reasons are. I'm sure he wanted to, but he hasn't been as active within the organization. Hasn't had a lot of fights since we fought. But like I said, it's been close to 3 years, so I assume he's learned some new stuff. Hopefully he has. I think that'll make it more of a interesting fight. But he's a good explosive kind of wild guy, and it's been working for him for the most part. That last fight he had with Riggs, unfortunately, like we didn't get to see where that one was. Right. Could have gone. That could have been great for him or not, but unfortunately, it ended the way it did. But I mean,
dude, like Zion's in the comment section. You fought him, and like Zion pointed out, he fought Lorenzo Hunt, Dakota Cochran, and Joe Riggs. Those are no fucking walks in the park. So he did fight tough competition.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. He's had some good competition there, and he also caught he caught these guys at the right time. Like when he fought Dakota was coming off the first beating of his bare knuckle career. You know what I mean? Like Richman got a hold of him pretty good, and that's usually like the best time to fight somebody when they had just gotten knocked out or similar. So he got him at a good time. Riggs was coming off a loss too, but again, that's neither here nor there. We didn't get to see what really could have happened there. But I think it's gonna be fucking awesome to rematch with him.
Do you think that he deserves a title shot from what happened? So he did beat Dakota Cochran. Before that, he lost to Hunt. He beat Dakota Cochran, but as
a long gap in time.
There was a long gap. But then when he fought Riggs, it ended in a headbutt.
Yeah. I think he does, given the situation, because it is against me. And since he did beat me back then, have somebody else been in my spot right now, like maybe he wouldn't get it. But really, like when you think about it, like who else is out there right now? You know what I mean? Like with it, like a few months ago, they had said like, Jeremy Smith was a possibility. And I was like, cool. That'd be a matchup I'd be happy to take. And then, then he ends up fighting Houston. That doesn't go so well. So he's out of the mix. And really like the top 5 in light heavyweight is Richman, who went down, Dave, who's down, and the champ.
Isaac Doolittle.
Doolittle went down in weight. You know what I mean? Like there's not really many guys out there right now that would fit in the spot. So I think it does make sense, again, giving us me.
Do you think that the winner of this is the champ and Lorenzo ends up vacating and not coming back to the division?
I would say, like, just hypothetically guessing wise, I would say that's the most likely situation. But again, like if he wants to, play around in heavyweight or whatever, and then he says he can come back down and defend it, like, awesome.
It's the one you want.
Let's do it. I mean, like, I'm not happy that it's a interim title fight either. I mean, it's just what's available right now. And, it's like, hey, fight Josh Dyer or fight Josh Dyer for, some kind of gold, and, pay goes up and it secures number 1, contender spot. So I'm just kind of taking what was offered at the moment.
The card is fucking crazy, and now that we just learned that Fort is training at your gym as well now, and Crystal's on the card too. It is a shift heavy night, there, man. You guys are gonna be busy. Like Do you like? Is it weird, like emotionally, to have so many teammates on one card and like want to be paying attention to the TV screen while you're warming up when like every other fucking fight the entire night, if not 3 fights in a row, are all teammates of yours?
Got to be tough.
Yeah, like it's awesome. Like we've always made a lot of jokes about like, hey, we need to set up a fight card, Shift MMA versus the world, and this is probably the closest we're gonna get to it.
Damn near.
But it's awesome for a lot of the team. I think it sucks the most for me and Mundell because since we're going last, we got to kind of be like in the back, focusing, warming up and stuff. We don't really get to sit and enjoy and watch our teammates fight. But for like Crystal and I would assume probably like Jafort and stuff who are fighting a little earlier. It's cool for them. I miss that's like it's kind of like a double-edged sword. Moving up the rankings. It's like, oh, you're being considered as better, but you got to fight last and you don't get to enjoy the night. When you fight like first or second, you go, you do your work, and then you get to go, party with everybody else and watch the fights and enjoy them.
Yeah, that's kind of funny, man. What you guys should do is after this, like the Shift MMA crew should show up to like every single event, but kind of like the Horsemen back in the day with Ric Flair and everybody. And like Jihad could be like the Ric Flair of the group, and then everybody else are a bunch of fucking henchmen behind them. And you guys just wreak havoc at every fucking event you go to. That would be awesome.
I'm down.
We should do it.
If you're gonna do something crazy, that's the right crew to have to do it.
Fucking do it. Let's go. Hey, we asked Crystal some questions that you gave us answers to earlier, and I gotta tell you, she didn't do so good. she got.
See?
The hamburger helper was fair just because it's kind of often, and even though that's, it's not exactly a classy meal, but I don't care. The shit's still good, and it puts some calories in me. So
the shift is still good.
The shift is still good.
That's what I'm saying. I used to fucking live on that shit, dude. I love hamburger helper back in. I don't remember the last time I had it though. So I'm gonna tell Amy to get some of that next time she goes to the grocery store. So we asked 3 questions to Crystal. We're gonna see if you know her better than she knows you. Here's what we said. First question to Crystal was, "What is your favorite midnight snack?" What did she tell us, Jared?
Her favorite midnight snack. I'm gonna say it's a tough one because what her favorite one is right now, because she's cutting weight, is one to what compared to a normal day. I'm gonna say cereal.
Oh,
and my secondary would either be like popcorn or like chips. Like she'll get up and like be like a little rat in there in a bag, but I would say cereal.
We're gonna give you a point on that one. You said cereal. She said cereal or grilled cheese. That's pretty fucking close, my friend.
Tied it up right away.
Take it. Boom.
And right now, is she drinking tea and eating guava pastries?
What's that about? What is this?
That's kind of my fault.
Atone for your sins.
What the fuck is that?
Please atone for your sins, Jared.
It became a thing like a couple years ago, just like drinking tea in the evenings, and like somebody else had turned me onto it, and it just became a habit. So I'm kind of a fat ass when it comes to sweets. So after dinner, I'm having tea and something fattening, and guava pastries is on that list of awesome things that I eat.
Wow, very interesting, very classy over there at the fucking Deadpool home.
Yeah, how about it?
Yeah.
All right. Next question we asked her, Mike.
Who's more likely to initiate afternoon delight?
Definitely.
Afternoon delight.
I know I have this correct. Definitely her. She is a freaking savage. I'm like, babe, I'm busy right now.
And she's absolutely fucking lying with her answer because she said you. My friend.
She is lying.
Oh, so there wasn't
terrible
guilty with an explanation, I guess, for her. She did have an explanation for it. She did say that she would, and she originally was, but now she makes you work for it.
She's trying to be classy. There's no working for anything. I'd be like, I could be mid-sentence about to say something else. I should be like, hey, babe, should we? She'd be like, yeah, should we have sex? What? Like,
no, I said guava pastries. Damn it.
But I guess, yeah, you know. Like,
all right. Well, you got that one wrong, but you call her a liar.
she
Maybe you should have got the point on that one. And the last question we asked her, what's something that Jared does that gets on your nerves? We said, Crystal, what gets on your nerves that Jared does? What do you do that pisses her off?
I scare her a lot. You know what I mean? Like if she's like in the middle of like, let's say, you know, washing a dish or something, I'm very good at like creeping up directly behind her without her knowing. And when she like turns around, she's like, ah! You know what I mean? Like I'm standing right there, like face to face. I do that
awesome.
at least 6 times a day.
Wow.
Well, that's an awesome answer, and I wish that was the correct one, but the correct one is lose weight. You piss her off because you can eat anything you want and you constantly lose weight, and she doesn't have that fucking ability.
She's upset about it.
Yeah. No, it's really like it's not fair for anybody because I wasn't trying to shed any pounds and fucking here I am just like again eating away, but it just keeps trimming off me. But yeah, she's like, you know, doing the right thing, dieting, cutting the calories and stuff, and you know, doing extra sessions of cardio in the early morning and whatnot. But it just sticks to girls more, I guess.
I feel like she didn't get her first question right of what you like that she makes, because her answer of why she didn't get it right, the apple fritter French toast, was because she can't eat it. That's the reason she didn't think about it, because she's mad. She's like, I can't eat it. So I ain't even thinking about that shit. She hates that you can eat that.
Yeah, it's mean. It's a mean trick.
So the winner of the games between you and her, I believe you won. You got more points. Congratulations, Captain Deadpool.
I thought it was a tie.
I don't know. I'm kind of giving him the second one because I think she was lying.
You guys, you've met her. You know how she is around me. She's just not
fucking
savage. Can't be contained.
She sees you. You have your socks off, and she's like, "Well, it must be happening."
Yeah, exactly. She's like,
really? It's because there's no clean socks.
He's breathing. It must be happening. Yeah.
All right, man.
Well, the things I have to put up with around
this
here.
Is
you know what I mean?
Unbelievable. This sounds like a tough life.
We got to bring. So we gotta wrap this up because we have the Flash waiting to come on the show in a second here.
Yeah, the Flash is coming on.
You know who that is?
Yeah, and well, yeah, I was listening, so it was Dave. But addendum to that, I'm pissed that even though I am obviously a Marvel guy, Brandon, you couldn't give me any superhero. I couldn't be
Cyborg.
Any of them on the team. You even gave Jihad's wife a superhero.
Aquaman, Cyborg.
I got nothing. Cool.
So you would have settled for Wonder Woman, is what you're saying.
I thought we were homies. Yeah. I mean,
something.
Just give me something. Yeah.
Anything.
Shit.
All right. Hold on a second. Before we do the ball dropping again, we do have a signed Jared Warren fantastical, beautiful picture here that you signed yourself with your own hand and a marker.
I wasn't flexing in that picture, by the way.
No, that's totally natural. You were born like that. So ask the people a question about yourself, something that is slightly easy to answer that might not have 7,000 answers. It could be, right? You know?
Yeah.
And let's see what happens. We'll right, tell you.
So you guys, I actually did kind of pre-think this one when you guys were asking Brandon, and
nice.
it inspired me a little bit. So what are my 2 go-to toppings for pizza?
All right. So 2, you have to put 2 toppings.
They got to get
answer.
both.
2. Yeah. It's got to be a combo, you know, pepperoni and pineapple, or ham and fucking bacon, whatever. Do 2 things at the same time. Ham and bacon, that's like almost the same thing, right? Pick. Come on, let's see it. Who wants a signed, beautiful, non-flexing, sockless photo that was taken minutes after he ate an apple fritter French toast? Okay, so we have bacon mushroom, chicken bacon, pepperoni and green pepper, ham and pineapple, hot sauce and red pepper. Whoa, that sounds good, actually.
Nobody's close?
Nobody's got it yet. Anybody close?
I'll give you a hint.
Pepperoni and mushrooms.
It is a combination of things that were just read. Just no one got the 2 of them together.
Okay. So there you go. Take that hint for what it is and add some things together here. See, I am a meat guy. I don't like I like the meat. I don't. Someone said bacon pineapple.
I like a good sausage. No,
not bacon pineapple. Pepperoni and pineapple.
That is correct. Which you should actually get it because that was the first thing you said whenever you rattled them off. You're like pepperoni and pineapple. I was like,
Yeah, because weren't we in line with you at a pizza place one day? And you want to know what? Do you think
we
should
called
give
it the DP special.
we give it
was
to
the double,
Jihad?
the DP right here, Jihad.
Do we give it to Jihad?
No, we'll give it to somebody else. But we're not going to keep the.
He doesn't want that poster. He doesn't want that poster. Let him.
My God.
We'll give it to somebody tomorrow night at the fucking watch party. How about that?
That'll work.
There we go. Any
I
final
get a signed poster from you any day. Unbelievable.
Yeah, unreal.
It's all about me, I guess.
Fucking wicked hot over there. Hey, last words for anybody that's going to be paying attention. July 14th in Lakeland, Florida, when you take on Josh Dyer.
Yeah, if you live local, come on out. Watching on the app is awesome. But seeing a fight live is just, I don't know. You can't explain it unless you've been there. Yeah, I mean, just like literally hearing the freaking shotgun sounds of connection and just getting to see people go at it. You know, put their heart and the balls on the line and stuff. So come on out if you can. But yeah, I appreciate all our sponsors. Like you said, you know, Crystal said we got the OnlyFans. They're a big one for us. You know, I got Epic Services, Silly Ventures, a few ones that always help me out. But yeah, and then, you know, the Shift MMA crew and family. That's what's making this all possible.
There it is.
And we will get you a shirt.
Yeah, it's a big shift night that night. I wish I could be there. Mike's going to try to get there, and we'll talk to you soon, bud.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me.
All right.
Later.
Take it easy.
Later.
Hey,
there it is.
Kyle, I just saw in the comments, Crystal said, "Where's my signed autograph picture? I must be chopped liver or something."
Wash his socks, and maybe you'll get one.
There it is. Look at that. It's there. We dropped the ball. We're ball droppers.
Oh, I thought she was talking about like where's her picture of Jared.
Jared signed.
We'll give hers away in a minute, but we can't keep the champ waiting any longer. He's been waiting patiently while we talk to Captain Deadpool, the man himself, the reigning, defending BKFC middleweight champion, Dave Redneck Mundell. What's up, buddy?
What's up?
I need to get crowd noises to pump into this.
Are you learning? Are you learning things about your?
I forgot I had that. Yes, you got it.
What's up, man?
What's going on, man?
Wow. Well, you know, here you are. Last time we talked to you was probably right before you went. Oh no, last time we talked to you is when we crowned you the fighter of the year 2020. That's right, man. Your next opponent after winning that title is one fucking hell of a fight. Holy shit. You're taking on Mike Richman, July 14th. Everybody better be excited about this one because that's a main event that nobody should want to miss. Did you expect? I mean, he was the number one contender before he left to go fight Lorenzo. Did you figure that it was gonna be him right away coming off of his fight with
I actually asked for the fight. There was only two people right off the top of my head that I wanted to fight. One being him, the other being Mike Perry. And they're protecting their poster boy right now, so I can't have him. So I wanted the exciting fight. And honestly, like after him, there's nobody, you know, who really stands a chance. I just feel like I'm above everyone. And even Mike, like props to him. He's an awesome fighter. But I feel like I know that I'm better. I'm bigger. He used to fight at 135. He's got a smaller frame. And I heard you guys talk about cutting weight and stuff. Like I walk around at like 215 and I get down to 175. So that huge weight cut too, and everyone complains about it, but I don't know. I'm gonna eventually hold the belt above and below Jared.
It is. I mean, you guys that do those crazy weight cuts just fucking blow my mind because not only do you make the cut, you fucking perform well. Like if I drop 40 pounds and tried to fight somebody, I feel like I'd be keeled over and fucking dying in the corner. You know.
No, it takes a lot of discipline, but there's of course, I'm going to be a little bit more sluggish than if I didn't cut weight, but there's proper ways to do it to where it's not as bad as somebody who just, all of a sudden sits in the sauna and drops, 20 pounds and tries to rehydrate. It just doesn't happen very well. So a lot of discipline, a good meal plan, a lot of like water loading before it, and then obviously rehydrating plenty of water after. And It's a system that I have down, that I've done for a long time, and I'm comfortable doing it. But I remember you guys, I was talking to you guys before, I was going to be staying at 85, and then of course Dyer was coming in for it. So I was like, why not just have a team full of belts, so I'm going to run down, get the 75-pound belt for now. And then I heard something about they're going to implement some things and kind of maybe open up some weight classes, and then we're going to see where we can go with that.
Really? Where are we going with this? Are you talking like 195? What are you talking about?
I mean, if they put something like that in there, because like I said, I just want to hold the belt below and above Jared. I think that'd be hilarious. So if I got to fight at 205, but we'll see what happens.
Dude, your team, I mean, we've been talking to Shift MMA guys all night, and like your team, like to say that you guys could hold titles in 4 different divisions is not a fucking shot in the dark. Like that's a real possibility. And you guys have the talent and the coaches and the gym to fucking do it, man. It's really impressive what you guys have done.
We work hard. We got a great coach behind us, a team full of people who actually want to, be there. It makes a big difference. When we're there, we're all grinding, we're all doing what we're supposed to, and we grow together. So, can't ask for a better team. That's for sure.
It is a great team, and I love running into you guys. Like Rick and Martin, that's who we first really met. We met Rick, I think, first. Actually, it was Rick and Martin in Birmingham, outside
with Red.
Yep, with Red Washington, and he laid down this awesome promo. So, and that was crazy. But then we sat and we talked to those guys, and ever since then, it's been magic. I love running into those guys. So like we've come to your gym. We run into you guys everywhere. We ran into you and Jared over in South Carolina. Look at that beautiful shot. You with that shiny ass belt. Look how clean that belt is. I mean,
I look a little pudgy there, man.
Oh, I didn't even notice. I was looking at the hat and the belt. So beautiful. See, you know what I mean? We run into you guys there.
216 right there.
Yeah. And that was a great night. But that night, somebody fought. And I'm not going to ask you to look past Mike Richman. That's like a cliche. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to look past your opponent. But somebody that night happened to mention.
Yeah. I mean,
and I'm going to play something real quick, and then you can tell me what you feel about this, okay?
Major moment for you. You're sitting at 3-0 in the BKFC. Let me talk my junk, Cyrus. Let me talk my junk. Hey. There was a dude that I felt like got lucky against Ricky. I don't know his name, but if he wants it, he can get it. And there's another dude out here that calls himself the Redneck. Let me tell you something. I'm from North Carolina, Smithfield, Joko, full of rednecks, and I ain't never got along with them. Let's go.
What do you think about what he said there? Because I heard it, and I was like, oh, I don't know about that. But what did you think about that?
Well, first off, I was afraid to touch the screen to unmute it because last time I did that, a whole crazy thing went. But I remember he was said something about rednecks and blah, blah, blah. But, he's just doing what he's supposed to do as a fighter. Props to him. Get yourself out there, do whatever. And if it came down to me and him fighting, I would gladly take that fight. I feel like it's an easy fight for me. But I'm not sweating him. I mean, props to him for being the only one who has balls actually calling me out. Like, I'm the champ. I got the belt. Where's all the call outs to it? Everyone's scared to fight me. I don't understand.
No, he did a good job, man. And you know what? He's kind of like burst on the scene. You know what I mean? Like he fought.
Yes.
Did he fight at Myrtle Beach?
He did. Yeah.
That was at
Myrtle Beach.
And then he's fought again since then, right? He fought in April against Blake LeCase. So he's like he's looked pretty good in his last 2 fights, and he's vocal. He's a rapper. You know what I mean? Like maybe he'll make a diss track on you.
Do you know what he said at the end there? South Carolina, or is he in North Carolina? Joka? What is that? Does anybody know what he said? Because we were trying to figure that out earlier, and we also weren't sure if he was talking about you for both things. Because he was like, you just knocked out Richie. I don't know his name. And then he said Redneck. I was like, what the hell is he talking about? Isn't that the same guy? He's talking about Lozano.
I think that went over a few people's heads. I think he was calling out the person
Lozano.
Richie also lost to right after me.
Yeah.
Lonzo. What's his name?
Eric Lozano.
Lozano. I think so. He was also calling that dude out. So
yeah, I was confused at first when I first heard that. I was like, wait, what?
It was mixed, but whatever. Easy
He's
work.
fighting tomorrow night, actually, against
Yeah.
Brutal Boswick. He's fighting Boswick tomorrow night.
I'm interested in watching that fight. I think they're both potential opponents. They're both trying to come up. Actually, which is weird is I know Boswick was in mentions of being a future opponent, and then all of a sudden now they're doing this fight, but at 85. So again, nobody wants to cut weight. I hate cutting weight, but it's necessary to fight and take the belt at 175. To defend the belt at 175. So everyone just kind of does what they want here. I don't know, whatever. Bring them on. When it comes time, just whoever's in front of me, make it easy work.
Well, you asked for Mike Richman, and you mentioned that he was a smaller frame guy that used to fight at 135, 145 and came up, but you've seen him lately. Like when you're seeing him in between fights, Mike's walking around probably 200. 205, 210. That motherfucker gets big. And when he did that face off with Lorenzo, when they had their moment down in Hollywood, Florida, I think it was at the Hard Rock when they had to be pulled apart. He didn't look all that much smaller than Lorenzo in that fucking video,
Oh, but it's a thing. Like I've been the size I am, since pretty much my whole life, so I'm used to that. When you're small and you gain a bunch of weight, you become sluggish. I only get faster. Obviously, everyone does when you get lighter. So him coming up, I think it's a problem. Another big factor to it is the ability to take punches. We've seen it when he fought Doolittle. He got clipped and almost lost everything. He was able to recover, mainly because Doolittle, as scrapper as he is, he's also not experienced. He's not great. If I hit you like that and you start, I'm going to finish you. I guarantee it, And then, of course, when he got, trucked real hard by Lorenzo, it put him out. So, that just goes to show you, his chin, and I promise you, I will check his chin. I'm going to find him. There's no doubt about that. And I just don't think he'll be able to stand for it.
We talked to Lorenzo last night. I'm sure you saw, maybe you didn't see, but Lorenzo said that,
I try to chime in, but it's hard. Like I told you guys got me up here past my bedtime.
yeah. Well, Lorenzo, did you hear him say that this will be a boring fight between you and Mike because styles make fights and you both fight similar and it's going to be a boring fight? Like he was really downplaying this fight. I'm excited for this fight. I think everybody really is because he wasn't wrong when you guys are both kind of cerebral in your approach.
It was almost like a backhanded compliment. Like he was complimenting you guys by also saying it was going to be boring because you guys are good.
Back in the day, he actually came to our school for a camp, and these are back in MMA days. So he came to train with us, and I thought we were cool. Then I hear he's talking stuff. I don't know if it's all for the camera or if it, if it was how he feels. And I really honestly don't care either way, but I just don't ever know what to think or what to say about him. Like, do I sit here and talk shit? Do I defend myself, or is he being nice? Or I don't know.
He definitely wasn't talking shit. And a matter of fact, I think he said he's known you for a long time and you guys were cool and everything. But he thought that this pairing between you and him, he was, I don't know. Maybe it's just because he just fought Mike Richman and maybe he still has something against Mike or whatever. But he was like, yeah, it's gonna be a boring fight. It's gonna suck. Fucking whatever.
Say something. The reason I got a text message is someone told me Lorenzo just said that you were going to knock him out and probably retire him from fighting.
Yes, he did say that.
He did say that, actually.
And the whole retirement side, I don't wish anything bad after the fight. But I do feel like I'm going to go in there and I'm going to put him to sleep because he's the type of fighter where he's going to come forward. And when he gets hit, he recovers and he comes forward. So if you're going to do that, one of these times, I'm going to put him out, and I just don't feel like he's got the ability or the strength. Like everyone I've watched him fight as well, he gets the TKO, not the, he doesn't flatline anybody, and so it's the accumulation of punches. And I don't sit there for them. I'm not going to sit there and just let you hit me 5 times and go, oh shit, I should have moved. Like I'm already, you touched me once, I'm gone. I'm moved around, or I'm hitting you right back, breaking you up. Like, so there's different levels here. So I'm super excited, mostly because he's a southpaw. I'm a southpaw. So going head to head with this, and everyone I've ever seen him fight is orthodox. So like, I want to know, what is this guy going to do to try to, to work against me? What is his angles going to look like? Because now, before, with certain ways you pivot, you can create space or close space. But now that we're the same stance, like, now what are you going to do? That changes a lot. But I got a gym full of southpaw, so I'm used to it. So I want to see what he does.
Man, I can't wait for this one.
I can't either.
Unfortunately, I can't be there. And what happens after this fight? I'm not even looking after this fight, but you had mentioned another name, and that name is no longer under contract with BKFC. Do you worry that that the Mike Perry fight may never happen? You've been asking for it for a while. It's one that a lot of BKFC fans want to see.
It's no personal vendetta. We have fought before. I lost both times, but both times he was saved by the bell, and I literally got tired beating his ass. So it's like one of those things. Like, now it's BKFC. It's all stand up. I look at him. I've grown since. I don't feel like he has. So I look at all the attention he's getting, and I just don't see why. Like, he's not great. Like, so by fighting him, I could silence a lot of people and take a lot of fans. And that's what I'm after. We're in here as a business to make money. Part of that is growing our social media, all that other stuff. And that's an easy check right there. I want it. Give it to me.
He's without question the biggest draw. Like worldwide draw. He was on the Joe Rogan Experience yesterday. You know what I mean? Like, Joe Rogan is the end all be all of podcasting.
Yeah.
He gets millions and millions of views every single day, and the guy's on every single fucking day. I don't know how Joe Rogan does it. He was on there. I mean, for a guy who is actively fighting in the BKFC to be going on shows like that, obviously he is a huge draw, and a fight like that would put millions of eyeballs on you. So I could totally understand that.
How long is he gonna? He's not. I don't feel like he's drawing in any more new set of eyes. Anyone who has watched BKFC because of him has already seen it. So by me going in there and knocking him out, like, definitely doesn't hurt the sport. It just helps it even more, because now they are like, oh, look at this guy. Like, he came out of nowhere. Nobody knew who I was. And all of a sudden he's starching somebody. Like, I want to see what he can do. I think it's a smart play for the BKFC. Let me go in there. Let me get a knockout against Richman, and then set up me and Perry. I'm ready for it.
Man.
Yeah, it would be nice if they could keep him around. There's rumors that they're not going to be able to. He's never said that, but who knows?
He's mentioned a few times that.
And he realizes he's going to have to run into me eventually, so he's hightailing out of here before he's got to fight. I get it. I understand. I'd be scared if I'd have to fight me too, but
he talked about boxing.
What the hell just happened? I heard.
I had this. My phone was connected to my TV, and the TV just shut off. But so it went right to my phone. Sorry about that. But what I was going to say was, he said on Joe Rogan that he wants to get into boxing because he sees, like, the Alan Belcher, and he sees what other people are doing. They're going boxing for money. You know what I mean? They want to try to build that up, because a lot of people thinking like, oh, I can go boxing and make more money now. I don't know if that's gonna be as lucrative. It could be. I don't know. But he's doing well in BKFC right now.
He's getting like these social media people like a Jake Paul or something like that, fighting for money against somebody who can't fight. But if he goes in there against an actual boxer, just like he did before, he's gonna get his ass knocked out again. Like, he can't fight. He can't box. He can brawl. He can take a punch, and he can hit hard. But everything in between is non-existent. So.
Well, those are two fights. I mean, the one you got coming up is one that we all want to see, and then that's one that we hope to see. Unreal. What's it been like for you? After your 2022 year, 3-0, knockout of the year, fight of the year. I mean, fighter of the year. You won a title. What's the last 7 months been like for you?
It's the same grueling grind nonstop. I get up, I have to go to work. I come home. I don't even come home. I go to the gym. I lift weights. Then I go train, and then I finally come home. So I'm gone from like 7 to 9:30 every day.
Jeez.
And I'm wolfing down some food and going to bed so I can get up on time to maybe do a point run or something. And it's just nonstop. It's repetitive, but I'm grinding for something. I got my eyes set on, and I'm gonna get there.
Do you take time for yourself?
Of course, after the fights, you know, you take some time, and it's also why I get so big in between. I love food. I'm a fat kid, what it is. But I'm also disciplined enough to lose the weight when it comes time to do it. So we travel. You know, we have some stuff down in Tennessee. We go there, you know, twice a year sometimes, and everything else is just, I got plenty of time. But when it's fight time, I grind.
Yeah.
I will not guarantee you that.
Yeah, you got to, because if you're not, you know, someone else is. So that's it. The guys who are always out there, you know, grinding constantly, they're the ones who do the best. I mean, it's like an obvious thing. Like, you got to go, you got to do the work. You can't half-ass it. If you want to be something, you cannot half-ass it. I mean, that's just the way it is, you know? I see these guys who are, and we talked earlier to Jared, and Jared's like, oh, I didn't really have like a gym that I was at. And now he's at a gym, he's doing well. But there's a lot of guys that I see, and they're like, I just box by myself. You know, I can say Bobo, Glendell. Glendell's now supposed to, is he training with you guys now? Like,
Glendell needs to get his ass back in the gym with us. He's supposed to be there on set days, and I ain't seen him in a little bit. So I guess he's answering the dude for that. But you know, if you come to the gym and you actually stick with us and do what you're supposed to do, like, you'll see why we all are where we're at. You know, like the reason for it. You know, but you got to get there.
Yeah, you got to do it. I can see him being very good. He's in there. He's doing the work. He's gotten this far just boxing by himself. Like, what's he doing?
Since the first time I seen him fight, and I was like, man, it's just like, you can tell that he doesn't train. But then there's a lot of things that I see when he's in there, like the natural, ability, his eyes, like he sees things coming. He just doesn't know what to do yet. And then he openings to punch these guys, but doesn't possess the power yet because he doesn't know how to punch correctly. Just like little things like that, like it could change, and he could be really good, but gotta be there. And I feel like he's gonna come in, he's gonna surprise some people. So I'm looking forward to his fight as well.
Yeah, I'd love to see it.
Wasn't there an injury in his last fight? Like, didn't he like separate his shoulder or something? Like, what was it?
I don't know. I think
it was something like that.
I did hear something about his shoulder, and injuries come and go. Take longer than others to heal, whatever it might be. So be it. He's training now. He's working, so he must be good to go.
Man, hey, who gave you the nickname?
Jihad.
Jihad. Why did he give you the nickname Redneck? Just because you wear a cowboy hat? I mean, what is it?
I don't know. I mean, I guess just because of who I am. I mean, stuff that I do, and
awesome.
Really, you'd have to ask him that, but it stuck and it makes sense, you know.
Well, that's perfect, because we're gonna do something right now. We're gonna ask you some questions because we want to know how redneck are you. Okay,
don't put me on.
All right, these are quick questions. So, first question: do you live out in the sticks?
No, I do not.
You do not. Strike one. We're gonna see how redneck you.
Do you have a rifle rack in your?
Close.
What'd you say?
Pasco County. It's kind of close.
Close to the sticks. Okay.
Do you have a rifle rack in your home, preferably above your bed?
I do not, but I have a lot of rifles.
Okay, let's get the rifles.
Okay, he's
rifle
got a gun. Do you own a lot of camo clothes?
Yes.
All right.
I think we're leaning towards redneck.
Like 1.5 here.
All right. 4.
Do you ever go mudding?
All the time, man.
Oh, okay. We're at 2.5.
My daughter and her friends are always like, "Can we just at least take?" Because they're always asking to go, and I'm busy, you know. So I try to go when I can, and when I say no, they're like, "Well, can we just take the truck through the trails real quick?" Because about a mile down the street, we have a little area that's not really supposed to be there, but everyone goes out there. Every time I ride my quads and dirt bikes out there, we run into people all the time, trucks and everything. And over the weekends, you got a bunch of high school kids out there having big old bonfires and shit. So it's a good time. But so we go out there quite a bit.
Jod says Port Richie is definitely the sticks. So you're really like
neighborhood, okay?
All right.
Awesome.
How
the kids around here are awesome. The parents around here are awesome. And outside of this in Pasco County sucks, but
how about this question? How big of a role does WD-40 play in your life?
Anything that needs a little bit of lubrication, boom, just spray a little bit of that.
Dude, you know what? I use this shit all the time too. So fucking that can't be too redneck, right? Number 6.
When people ask you what is your favorite dip, what is your immediate thought?
Ooh, like a fish dip, like some smoked mullet, some cream cheese.
Oh, see, nice.
Okay.
So you weren't thinking skull?
No, I wasn't. I don't. Come on now, that's a little bit different than like. For very, of course, you know, I've dipped before, but it's not something I do anymore because I'm so focused on fighting. I don't drink, you know. Yeah. The main thing I do that I would consider to be bad, you know, for other people who fight and so whatever, is like I smoke a little bit, but it's not. I don't know. It's what it is. So I'm very, very healthy 90% of the time.
You did tell us 5 minutes ago that you're a fat kid at heart and you love to eat. So the dip question went straight to food. I love it. Good answer. Number 7. How many shirts do you own with cut off sleeves?
This tank tops out. I don't cut off my sleeves.
Okay. So you own tank tops. All right. You're not like you don't cut them off of t-shirts.
Nah, that's my dad's thing. I just
All right, so we're about halfway to redneck right now. So number 8.
Do you have a fish or an animal head on the wall at your house?
I got a big old snook picture. Does that count?
A picture?
Yeah.
I guess that counts. I mean, you're proud of it,
it's
right?
An animal on your wall.
There you go. All right, last 2 questions.
Kitchen.
What's that?
What?
Got some cow pictures in the kitchen.
Cow pictures. There you go. I love that. That's some farm stuff right there. I grew up on a farm, actually. Here we go. Number 9. Have you ever had a mullet?
When I was a baby.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about bringing it back?
You know, so my wife's shaking her head. Hell no.
Come on.
For a little
Embrace
bit.
it.
Start to grow it out because I already have the mohawk. So people ask me all the time, you trying to go for a mullet? And it's funny because I got curly hair. So like starts to throw out a little bit. And I just it pisses me off. It's also like I was growing out my mustache to curl it and tweet it just to kind of like mock Richman. And literally this morning I just couldn't take eating my own hair anymore, so I had to trim up my lip. But
oh man,
I can't do the in between shit. It takes too long.
I'm thinking like twirling mustache with the curly top on the top.
Yeah,
get your wife to straighten the back. And then maybe a lightning bolt on the side. There you go. that's and this last question, Mike has one last question for you, and I did not even know what the fuck this was when he said it. Go ahead, Mike.
Do you ever go noodling?
No, I would love to. Noodling. It's sticking your hand down in the catfish hole.
Yeah.
Kind of scared right now. Like I'd have to do it after because I want to lose get bit in the hand by a fucking big old turtle. Be like, why can't you fight?
Lost a digit.
So is Port Richie where you live?
Yes.
And Jihad says that's the sticks, right? And you're saying it's not, but he's saying it is. And I think I'm gonna have to take his word for it. So we're gonna say you're a 6.5 out of 10.
All right.
As a redneck. So you're over halfway there.
That's not bad. I think we get that mullet going. We do a little noodling, and when we're in there like swimwear. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Yeah, we're all the way redneck, and you could bring me along with that. I'll go noodling with you. How about that? We'll both do it.
No, I forget who I was talking to, but I think it was some type of podcast as well. And the dude started talking about going bow fishing, which my buddy Johnny's been doing quite a bit. And I was like, dude, I want to go. And they're like, we'll take you. I gotta figure out who that was because I'm gonna take them up on that offer.
Oh,
do they do like an actual bow, or are they out there with a crossbow, like shooting fucking things with the crossbow?
It's like a bow with a rope on it, right?
Yeah, I do a lot of spear fishing too. Like I'm a huge fisherman. So
my cousin constantly, like, I think he's over it now. A few years ago, he would ask me to go spear fishing with him like once a week. And I don't like the ocean. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I'm not the best.
Surrounded by sharks when you're shooting fish.
No,
the motherfuckers know that it's mine.
No, it's not even all. It is partly that, but it's also like I was never like the strongest swimmer ever, and like I can swim, and I can actually. Fun fact about me: I am absolutely fucking insane off of a diving board. I'll do doubles, 2.5 gainers, 2.5 gain. Like you, I am not even bullshitting. I'll post some videos one day. But swimming, no way. You make me swim 100 yards that way, I really believe I'll die.
You got fins. Depending on free diving or scuba diving, you might have a tank, so you just cruise. It ain't about speed. It's just nice and slow.
I think it's just in my head, you know.
What I mean? Back float.
Come check you out and wow.
I think it's just in my head that I won't
could
make
last
it out
a
of there
long
alive.
time on water. I can just lay down and just let myself float. Don't even need to do much.
Do you float, Dave?
No.
No, me neither. I sink. I'm a fucking sinker.
So annoying. I don't understand why. I guess so many people can I guess in like out on the beach a little bit different. So like in the pool, stuff straight down. In salt water, it's I guess there's more buoyancy, whatever you want to call it, more salt hold.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I sink in all water. My wife will fucking float. She'll fall asleep on the top of the water.
I can put my arms and legs straight, just lay on top of the water, man. Just float along.
Because you're light. Because you're fucking light in the loafers.
You got to practice your breathing. You keep your air inside, and you just let it out lightly, and then you take it in. It keeps you up.
It's
a trick.
All right. Well, hey, that was fun. You're about a 6.5 out of 10, Redneck. I love it. You get to keep the nickname. I'm just fucking kidding. But you have a huge fight coming up July 14th. We're going to give away a picture, I believe, Michael.
A picture. Here
Don't we have a pic? Look at this, dude. Autographed photo. Bring it. Dave Redneck Mundell, the current reigning defending champion, BKFC's 175-pound champion. We want to give this poster away to somebody. Do you got something? You got an idea?
Give them a little question about yourself.
Yourself.
Maybe,
like,
what's your favorite?
How do I like my coffee?
Yeah.
You know.
What's my favorite dip?
We can do the coffee thing. How do I drink my coffee?
All right, guys. How does he drink his coffee? Right now in the comments, let's go to win the autographed poster.
I can tell you how Mike drinks his coffee. It's got some sort of caramel and fucking.
I love caramel.
Whipped something in it.
We got black.
Yep.
There it is. Hillbilly Ray, the very first person. 3 people in a row. 4 people, 5 people, 6 people in a row all said black.
You know why they say that? Because you're a fucking redneck, and rednecks don't put no bullshit in their coffee. That's right. Black coffee
they
only.
Chew on the coffee grinds, and that's
mud.
Hillbilly Ray, he says black. What better person to win a picture of a redneck than Hillbilly Ray? I mean, does it get any better than that?
That's right. What is the difference between a redneck and a hillbilly? Do we know this?
I mean,
one's in swamps and one's in hills. I don't know.
That must be his. That's Ray's thing. He don't mind being called hillbilly, but for me, I don't like being called hillbilly. I don't mind much. I don't like being called a honky though. That shit'll piss me off.
Is that similar to a hillbilly? Is hillbilly, honky, redneck? That's all in the same wheelhouse?
Hillbilly is a lot closer to a redneck than the other, but that's just
honky's closer to cracker, is what you're saying.
You Google where the name came from. I think.
Yeah. Oh, I know where it came from.
Jihad just fucking gave us the definition. Rednecks have teeth.
I'm a classic.
Oh man, just don't call me late for dinner. Hillbilly Ray says. All right, man. Well, that was fun. We always love talking to you and your whole team, man. And we can't wait to see you July 14th. Do you have any final words to anybody that's listening? Anybody that's going to be listening to this later on? Go ahead.
You know, just thank you everybody for tuning in. And come July 14th, gonna be a hell of a show.
Sure is. Mike, you got anything else for Dave?
Listen, hey, the next time you see us, it might just be the Mike show.
Because
it might only be me there in Florida, but I'm going to try to make it because I feel like we have to have some kind of coverage there.
Got to get out there.
Dave, do you know where I'm going to be?
He's going to be right at the road. He's just come with us.
I'm going to be.
Just tell him to go.
I'm going to be at Cocoa Beach, Florida, at a military school for 4 weeks at Space Force at the Space Force base over there. It's Patrick Space Force base.
What is that for?
I am now a equal opportunity advisor for the state of Connecticut, my friend, and I have to go to school to learn how to be
a good person.
No, but I'm a really listen. No, all bullshit aside, I am a good leader in the military, and I know how to take care of people. So they asked me to come take this position to be a EOA for the state of Connecticut. I didn't even really know what the position was, to be honest with you. But that's what it is. I'm an equal opportunity advisor, and I'm going to Florida for 4 weeks to learn how to work that position. So
if you're in Florida already, how come you can't be?
See, he leaves a couple days early, does the damn thing, and then he just drives over to the beach.
I mean,
the beach.
Listen, maybe we'll see what happens.
Lakeland, 2.5 hours.
Is that a 2.5 hour drive?
I could be wrong.
From Orlando, my dad lives in Orlando, and I think it used to take us about an hour, 15, hour and a half to get to Cocoa Beach from where he lived in Orlando. So,
2 hours, give or take.
Yeah, not bad.
There we go. Well, maybe
live in person. You got the whole shift team all coming out.
I know. Maybe I'll have to load up a fucking fanny pack for after the event.
Pressure him.
He knows what that. What happened? Go ahead.
You said something about loading up a fanny pack to hightail it back to the camp after.
No. I was saying I'll have to make an appearance over in Lakeland, but I'll bring my fanny pack and I'll load that shit up like the last time I did that. For those who don't know, I loaded my fucking fanny pack up with shots of tequila, nips of tequila, and I was walking around in the bar just letting people snag a shot. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, the party man himself.
It was Cinco de Mayo, right?
It was Cinco de Mayo. That's right. Hey, hop in a Space Force UFO and come to Lakeland. That's what I'm talking about, Rick. We'll be over there. And maybe you guys, you know what? Maybe there's still a couple of weeks to plan it. Maybe I can get the logistics together to fucking make my way over there and then go back to school.
It's your job, man. This is what you do. You're good at it. You gotta anything you do, you gotta do it right. And this is doing it right. You gotta be there.
I feel like I'm being peer pressured into making a decision that I'm gonna go ahead and make. So let's call it a night here. Dave, hopefully maybe you'll see the Mike and Mish show down in Lakeland, July 14th. Thank you. What's that?
I'm gonna hold you to it.
All right. I'm gonna see what I can do.
All right.
All right, brother. Thank you for coming on as always. And maybe we'll see you in a couple weeks.
All right.
Take it easy, bro.
Later.
There he is. Dave, the Redneck Mundell.
Do it. Billy Ray says, do it. Yeah.
It's not
pressure in there. He's got to last couple days with his family. He's got to leave for a while. You know,
I have to leave for
pushing some buttons there.
I have to leave for 4 weeks. So, I mean, leaving a day or two early. I don't know. We'll try to figure that out. But you know what, Mike? Here's the big thing. Here's like the big thing that's going on in the immediate future for us.
We're going to give away a Crystal Pittman signed pitcher right now.
Oh, we could do that. I was going to say that we have a party to go to tomorrow.
We do.
I don't have the fucking graphic anymore. I thought I
still
here.
It's here.
Where is it?
Did we erase it?
I think we erased it
somehow. Oh, I'll bring that shit right back up in this BI.
All right. Well, while we're doing it, here's this. Let's do this. There's an autographed photo of the rugged beauty herself, Crystal Pittman. Mike and I became pretty good friends with Crystal and her entire crew.
Yep.
At an event that Mike Richman fought at.
Yes.
What event did Mike and I meet Crystal, and at the time Doug was there, and there was a few other
Mike
people,
Richman and
Mike Richman and his brother. What event
was that
at? You could tell me the city.
BKFC. What?
You could say the city. I'll give you the city. If you say the city or the BKFC number, we will give you the the signed autograph picture of Crystal Pittman. Get in the comments right now. Mike Richman fought on the card.
Yep.
Crystal was there. We all became friends that evening.
We had a lot of fun. I'd like BKFC. The number.
You want the number?
I think it's easy, but people are putting the place. So Hollywood, Florida, no. Omaha, Nebraska, no. 21, no. No.
Keep on going. Keep. Oh. Someone's close. Give us a.
Are you doing number or place? I mean, you said place.
I was looking for the city or the number.
Yes.
Not.
Got it.
City or number. Give me the number or the city. And while you guys are guessing, we have a winner? Right? We have a winner.
Yes. Yeah, we do.
BKFC 17.
Yep. That was it.
In Birmingham, Alabama. I feel like maybe we should have gave it to the other dude.
I listen, and not to. You did say you could say the place, right?
Okay,
the place.
So
said the place.
I'm
I don't
sorry
mean to burn you, Falcon, but he did say the place, and that was the place.
Falcon 09. We love you, and I did say the place or the event, and John Sellers said Alabama, and that did. Yeah. And that event took place in Birmingham, Alabama, and it was one hell of a fucking evening. We had a blast. Mike Richman won against Marcel Stamps via TKO. Frank Tate won the main event in front of his hometown against Josh Burns on short notice.
That's right. He was supposed to fight Bobo.
He was supposed to fight Bobo Bannon.
He took the Josh Burns fight and won, and Bobo Bannon fought Zach Kalmus.
There was a guy
that Kalmus was going to fight Frank Tate.
Zach Kalmus was going to fight Frank Tate. What a fucking animal.
But he fought Bobo.
Christ. Yeah. John Sellers, I want you to message us with your information so we can get you that picture. Anybody that want a photo tonight, make sure you message us your information so we can get you that photo.
Yep.
And tomorrow,
everyone except Hod.
Everyone except who?
Hod.
Yeah. You don't get the picture, goddammit.
Yeah.
So tomorrow night, Mohegan Sun, Tom's Watch Bar. We are doing our yes. And you know what? I'll talk a little bit about that night for a second. Okay. We were at this bar, and one person was not in the car to go back to the hotel. And that guy was having a good time, and he was kind of cranked up for the night. You know, everyone was having some drinks. I was having a good time. Everyone's in the van to go back except for one. And they're like, somebody's got to go in there and get him. Someone's got to go in there and get him. And they're like, Kyle, go get him. I'm like, me? Oh, all right. I guess I'll fucking go get him. So I had to go in there and get the crazy man himself, Doug.
Yeah,
Doug Marsh. Hey, man, that motherfucker is a scary dude. And I had to go in there and walk him out the door. And I thought that when I walked out the door, I was going to die that night.
There's a video of me waiting for you guys. And I think that maybe Crystal still has it, of me sitting in the van going, you see that fucking pole right there? I'm going to take this van. I'm going to ride this fucker right into that pole, because I was so tired. I was like, I don't want to drive anymore. I don't want to be alive. I just want to go to sleep. And I was like, I'm going to ride this van right into that pole. I remember it. I remember saying it. The
that was
sun,
a hell.
You know when the sun's coming out and it's starting to hit you and you haven't gone to sleep yet? That's a bad feeling. It's a feeling I do not like.
So if you want something tonight, send us your address. We'll get you those autographed photos. And then check this out. Tomorrow night, Tom's Watch Bar, Mohegan Sun, BKFC 45 watch party. Yes, shout out Tom's Watch Bar.
Yeah.
Those establishments are fucking awesome. Shout out. Yeah, shout out. Military, there's gonna be the military discount. There's gonna be
Kyle.
Kyle.
Hey! What'd you think about the fight tonight?
Oh my God! Second level.
I'll let you know.
Hey, wait, let's. What'd you think about the fight tonight?
What the fuck was that shit? Denver was fucking lit, boy. Our county boys came up to show up to Denver.
Every day, all day, every day. Hey, Cali. The Cali boys are in town. Let's go.
Shout out to BKFC. Shout out to Mike and Mish. Shout out to Tom's. Let's go, boy.
Every day.
Kid love that so much, dude. The "Let's Go Boy" at the end is my favorite. Shout out, let's go, boy. I love that, dude. You guys are awesome.
Guys.
Yep, no way. Yeah. That's you guys right there, fucking living it up, living the dream. And and you know what, guys? They're going back to Denver in probably 3 months, 2-3 months, 4 months.
Oh,
it's in the next couple months. I know that we'll be back. But anyways,
one of my favorite parts about that, it's when Adam like kind of goes, he goes like this. He's like trying to talk twice. He gets cut off twice by his bro, and he like stops, like he puts his arm up and he like looks like, yeah. He doesn't say, he just like looks at him like, yo, you done? All right, dude. Time to shout out. He's like, awesome. I'm trying to shout out. Do you not see I'm shouting out? Oh, I love it. That's one of the best videos I got a whole fucking weekend.
Yeah, it was fucking fantastic. I mean, we should use that more often. It's a hype video for sure.
I need to cut out just him saying, "Shout out, yeah,
let's
boy.
Go, boy.
Let's go, boy.
Let's go, boy.
Yeah, shout out, let's go, boy."
That's man. Quote. For sure. All right. Well, hey, let's wrap this up. Thank you to Crystal. Thank you to Jared. Thank you to Brandon. Thank you to Dave. The Shift MMA guys are all coming. They all came through tonight. They're all fucking awesome people and they're great fighters. The gym is really, really pumping out some bare knuckle fucking expertise. You know what I mean? They're like one of those gyms that have been along for the ride here that are tweaking and like, you know, fixing, I don't know, tweaking the way they train or something. They are very successful. And the ones that the guys that are still training the exact same way, you know, 5 years into bare knuckle are probably not succeeding. You know what I'm saying? The ones that are learning and growing with the sport are the ones that are succeeding. And those guys are definitely doing that. So thank you to Shift MMA and all you guys for coming on tonight. And I hope anybody that's watching or anybody that's been watching this week that's going to be in the New England area, if you're within an hour or two or a couple hours from Mohegan Sun, get your asses over to Mohegan Sun.
Get there. We're going to have fun. We have stuff to give away to people.
I got a big box of things I got a big box of stuff from the BKFC today. We got autographed photos, autographed posters. We got Mission Accomplished t-shirts to give away. So it's going to be a fucking awesome night tomorrow night. Hey. And not to mention, the BKFC 45 card is pretty fucking goddamn good.
No doy.
Yeah.
No doy, guys. You don't know this. You better freaking check it out because it's going to be goddamn awesome. Here's something. We met Hillbilly Ray. We met him. Do you remember meeting? We met him in Florida. We were in Florida. We were downstairs in the Hard Rock in the event center, but downstairs outside. It's like we were talking to Jared Warren and we were standing there by the bathrooms and everything. And he came up to us and he said, "Hey, what's going on? I'm Hillbilly Ray. I'm pretty sure we met him." And he shook our hand and we said, "Hey," we talked to him for like maybe 1 minute or so. And then he went back. Tell me if I'm right, Hillbilly. I remember. Can't believe you remember. Look at, boom. Yep, I remember it. He walked up to us. We were talking. And he goes, "Hey, actually, I'm Hillbilly Ray." And I was like, "Oh, fuck, you're Hillbilly Ray." And I just remember that just now. I was like, damn, boom.
I completely forgot about that. I'm sorry, Hillbilly Ray, but that's fucking great.
And remembered that. We did meet him.
You went through the Rolodex of your fucking brain and you got that? Jesus, Mike.
It was like a 1 minute. You know how many places? We've been to like 19 places in the last like 2 years or something.
Yeah.
Like, it was insane the amount of stuff we've been through. But I remember it. And I do remember meeting you for a brief moment in time. I saw your name. I saw the picture. And I was like, oh my God, we do know this guy.
Man,
so very cool. Very cool.
All right, man. We're going to wrap this up. And I hope to see some of you guys out there tomorrow at Tom's Watch Bar in Mohegan. And thank you to Lorenzo as well last night, along with all the Shift guys this week. This week has been awesome. guys, next week, Wednesday, we're gonna have one guest. I think I'm liking the format of having one long interview on Wednesday and getting a bunch of people on Thursday. I kind of like that.
Well, do we say who's coming on, or we just say special guest? See, Big Ben, who I haven't seen tonight. Has he even been around? Where the hell is this guy?
No, he's been in there.
I don't remember seeing him for. It's been a while since I saw his name.
He was in there earlier. I don't know.
He goes to bed early. So he said that we shouldn't even tell you guys who's coming on Wednesday. He said we should say special guest and just keep it a secret.
Oh, I thought.
What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll leave it at that. Why don't we leave it as a special guest on Wednesday? You know, and
tell the people. Do we tell the people?
And then I'm working on 3 or 4 fighters for Thursday, so it's going to be another big week next week. So I can't wait to get back on here, and I can't wait to talk about tomorrow's watch party on next week's show, because I feel like it's going to be a blast tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll go live a couple times. Hopefully you guys see some cool stuff coming out of there. How long do you think it would take for people to guess who's coming on Wednesday? Excuse me. How do you think? How long do you think? Because it's not going to be someone people are going to think it's a certain type of person.
Maybe 1,000 guests.
It's not. Yeah, like it's not. I can't wait to talk to this guy. It's gonna be great.
Yeah,
it's gonna be great.
It's not anybody you're thinking. That's for sure.
It's not.
Anyways, tune in next Wednesday 9:00 when we do that, and it's gonna be a fucking awesome conversation, and we're gonna talk about all fucking kinds of shit. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
So we'll see you next Wednesday. Mike, you got anything else for these peeps?
Nah, I gotta go to freaking bed. We got work in the morning, then we got a freaking party to host. You know?
Yeah, and if you're there tomorrow night and you want to buy Mike a drink, he likes vodkas and Red Bull.
That's right.
There we go.
Do it.
Peace.